Hey you guys, got another video for you today on the View, and this should be the same for any of the 3.5 liter J35 Honda variants, which run from 04 to 07, dealing with a P0420 code, which is for the catalytic converter not functioning properly. It could be an oxygen sensor, but with the age of this car running at 290K, I'm betting it's actually the catalytic converter going out. I've been trying to get in touch with the mechanic to get my Civic straight so I have something to drive so that he can change the catalytic converter on this, because with him, you drop off a car and it's never one day. And I don't have the time to take off at work. I have to save what little I have because Mom needs some surgery, so I got to make sure I have the time for her. So we're going to do a little bit of an experiment, and I've done this on other vehicles, but some that have been out of emissions, and I've needed to space the oxygen sensor out so it doesn't throw a code on the dash when I've removed the cats due to their age, you know, while I'm sourcing high flow catalytic converters and things of that nature when things go sideways. We're going to do that today to the View. So we're not going to be running illegal for very long. It's just I can keep driving it while he's getting the Civic fixed. He was supposed to have it fixed this week. He went out of town again and won't be back till Tuesday. So I don't know what's going on with the Civic to know what to do, and this is a long weekend for me, so I figured I might as well go ahead and deal with it. So anyway, enough with the rambling. The trick is to use a spark plug non-fouler, is what they call them. You can see I've got the View jacked up. We've got our jack stands in place. I've got our chocks, so we're running safe. PB Blaster is on the oxygen sensor for 420. You're dealing with the one that's against the firewall, so the very back is the 420. 430 is the front. And we're going to be dealing with the downstream O2 that's behind the catalytic converter. We just need to pull it slightly out of the exhaust flow. I haven't tried this with a 420 before, so we'll see if it's going to work. I don't want to have to take off the J pipe / Y pipe and bust the cats out, but that may be what I have to do if this trick doesn't work. It's all just started, so whatever it is, it's not bad. And I did try running that CataClean through it by Holley, because that does work for some folks in an instance where you've just got some fouling in there and it needs a little bit of cleaning. It did not work. Did not work in my case. I ran it through 2 tanks back to back, and I've still got the code, and I'm running out of time, so we're going to do this. And who knows, the Holley CataClean may still work. I just may not have given it enough time. So, although the oxygen sensor sets very quickly, so if this doesn't work, I should know pretty quick that it's not working. Here's our parts. We've got 2 options. We've got our long one, and you see here it's got the end on there that looks like this. Again, it's for spark plugs. So in this case, if you're going to use a short one, you'd have to drill this out to give clearance, because I don't believe the oxygen sensor will go in there and clear. We'll take a look once we get the sensor out, which is why I haven't drilled this out yet, and I just wanted to see. These are left over from my experiments before. This one is. These are new ones that I purchased because I don't know what I'm going to need on the View. 42109 and 42009. That's the short ones. And they come 2 in the package, but that's what we're going to use. You can use any combination. Some people have put 2 of these together, put 2 of these together, or a long and a short. You know, whatever combination your car needs to make it happy, basically. So we're going to start with the least and work our way up and see what happens. Coming up under the car, as I told you, I used the PB Blaster already to go ahead and start working on it. You can see it's dribbling on the cardboard. And we've got our spark plug tool. You will need it for this car because of the way the shields go up and around the oxygen sensor. And then, of course, our ratchet. But if you were using a wrench 22 or 7/8. Either will work. And I also have this guy just in case. I didn't know what was going to work the best, but that one seems to fit on the best. There's our guy. You can see he's wet from the PP blaster. Got you guys on the stand, so that should work. Sorry if you bounce a little bit, but the cardboard is right there. Okay, we're going to fit this on. You see you got your slot. You're going to push the wires over ever so slightly. Fit that on there. See how it clearances the wires, like so. Alright, we are loose enough. And no, it wasn't that loose. I had broke it free just to be sure. Now be mindful, since I'm not replacing this guy, I am leaving the wires intact. Just be mindful because you're going to be twisting this stuff. Okay. Now, I believe, back y'all out a little bit. That's probably from the CataClean. I don't know how to read oxygen sensors, just saying. Not my forte. But this didn't take hardly any effort to get out. I know it's relatively new. It may have even been changed when I did had the mechanic do the timing belt when I first got it. Because the car was having some codes for this, which is why I know we are floating on borrowed time. Alright, upon further reflection, I decided I'm going to use the longer one. Instead of drilling it out, we're going to go with this because on the Civic there's a long one like this and it seems to work pretty well. I've addressed the threads with some anti-seize compound. Let's make sure we don't have any threading issues. Nope, that thread's on just perfect onto our sensor. Very careful you don't mess with that and hurt it. You notice there's a little gasket on here, a little crush gasket. That's going to help us be sure we don't have any exhaust leaks. I ran it mostly in by hand to make sure I didn't cross thread anything. I remember we're having to crush down that gasket. It's awkward the way the exhaust is here. Yeah. That feels good to me. Alright. Now, since we're going to be putting our oxygen sensor and we're going to be twisting this way, we're going to go ahead and reverse twist it up a bit so that we have a little bit of twist already in the wires. Almost got ahead of myself since we're putting this in. I'm going to be putting the anti-seize. There you go, on our threads here. Just for good measure since we're putting it into something else. Okay, now I'm going to twist up those wires like I was telling you. See, I got the wires twisted up a little bit, and that's kind of what they do. You see the way those are unwinding for us now. That way we're not introducing too much twist when we're reinstalling. Okay. Alright. I'm using this. And we're starting to move the other one. Alright. Just kind of holding this to make sure that the O2 sensor is tightening in the bung. There we go. See, and did just a little bit. Now they're both even. That's kind of all I was looking for. And just a little extra oomph. Alright. There we go. We shouldn't have any leaks then. Either it'll clear the code or it will set a new one. Alrighty, let's see what we get. I've driven about 400 and something miles. Check that out. Ha 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 ha! No pending, no anything. I'm estimating here, but I believe I drove it about 550 miles to get that evap code to clear. Now, whether or not that was because of the issue with the catalytic converter, I don't know. I do know when I was trying to see if the code returned after I cleared it and ran the CataClean through it, I reset the system to see if it would come back, and it did quickly, and the evap wasn't, the monitor was still incomplete. So it took it, like I say, about 500 miles last time, I believe, to finally clear that monitor on the evap. So something is causing the evap to hang up, whether or not it's the cat code or the issue with the cat causing that to happen. I'm not sure. I'll have to do a little bit more research on that, and if I figure it out, I'll let y'all know when it comes time to change the cat. But as of right now, it is official. The spark plug non-fouler definitely did the trick. I'll take that as a win. Civic is still not fixed, so I'm still kind of in limbo right now. Flying by the seat of my pants. Another one of those fun little videos for you guys, but I can confirm it does work on a View with the J35 engine, so yay. And after driving for 550 miles, I didn't get any weird codes like oxygen sensor code or anything like that. So yay, we're golden in that department. Catalytic converter hack. Anyway, just wanted to share that with y'all. Things are good. And if you found this helpful, you know, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, like the video, you know, share it. Let other people know that it definitely works on the J35 quite well on a Saturn platform. And the hype, you know, hype it, the video, if you really like it. You know, all the algorithm things. And I appreciate you guys stopping by and seeing the end result. I am quite happy. So now I just have to get my Civic back so I can save some money on gasoline, because this thing drinks it like crazy, especially with the cat like it is. So, all right, you guys, that's it for now. Take care.